Don't you worry. I have a lot of things to talk about in this game.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say 3 pages. It's 4 pages, but it's 4 pages, but it's 3 pages.
And Ted's writing is very, very small and illegible. Yeah. Well, let's see if the read is going to be made here by the CT's. Bird from Sky starts it off nicely as he manages to fire, I believe, through that window smoke and find the head of Mantu, so he will play no further part in this pistol, and Big will have to try their best to get back into this one, but they're very heavily split right now, just trying to explore some options. Crimbo goes diving out towards the B-bomb site and doesn't really come away with all that much. He gathers a lot of space for his team, but he needs a few kills to make him feel maybe a little bit comfortable, and will they come? Just the one. A lot of damage done onto Bird from Sky now, but he's showing absolutely no fear, swinging all the way through. As 00NATION, they look to get in position for this retake. Saracen could be vital here if he's able to come away with this kill onto Process, but it's not going to happen. He takes the brunt of the damage. Sin now trying to defend from default on the site with the P250, so powerful from long range. A good match for the USP, but no match for Eco's USP as he shuts it down, and 00NATION get us going early.
Yeah, that was a really scrappy retake there.
And primed and ready. And that's just going to land deep in towards CT. But Nico holding from the front line, and that AUG scoped in will just mow down 2 players with ease. Saracen comes away with 1 kill there. It was looking a little bit awkward as there is a little bit of a gap in that smoke for maybe JDC to use. But Tabson, he fires back and gets this down into a 2 versus 2. But as I say, that Tabson falls, the bomb is down, and Crimbo already put into a clutch situation. But I believe he's got the information on both players now, and he can maybe just maneuver himself into a decent position to get it done. But smoked off, and surely without a chance. As I say that, the pre-fire is perfect, and Bird from Sky now has to do it alone.
Yeah, but Bird from Sky is going to close out the distance. I like that from him. He's going to get aggressive. He knows that Crimbo might try and be smart about it. This is such a massive move from Bird from Sky. He's pushed inside of A main. And interestingly enough, by the way, I think that he thought Crimbo was fading the smoke as well. So he took a massive chance. If Crimbo was just a little bit more passive towards main, he was going to get a free kill. But now that play is just so smart from Bird from Sky. There's only 20 seconds. There's no way Crimbo is just going to shift his way to the bomb, pick it up, and then plant it. Bird from Sky is going to hear him eventually. And he's got such an aggressive position. Crimbo might not be ready for that.
Yeah, I don't think you're expecting this, not whatsoever. And the panic is going to set in now. He's going to make a little bit of noise. Bird from Sky decides not to peek. As the bomb is going to be tapped, Bird from Sky walks out and finds Crimbo with his back turned. The big brain.
At least in CSGO wasn't the case.
A lot more responsibility as well on JDC's shoulders, but responsibility that he is definitely ready for, as he claims 1, 2, 3, and as easy as counting almost 4 quick kills. Crimbo has that deagle to
best set pieces in the entire world, so you can't really fault them. But now it's the first buy and you need to make it work. But Susp has gone aggressive. The deep smoke towards the door is going to make the retake or the refrag possibility quite thin. An early man advantage for the CT side. Towards middle they go. And JDC is the lucky man to be alive. And Susp is even luckier to get that kill onto Process.
Yeah, JDC lucky to have teammates like Susp who was ready to refrag him just in case. And well, JDC doesn't go down and Susp gets the kill anyway. Happy days for 00NATION, because right now Big are being sent back to the drawing board time and time again with their strats, as nothing has gone right for the Germans so far.
Yeah, and they're just trying to default, right? 00NATION are not letting them default, which is a little bit awkward when you're on the T side. Ancient is a map on which you can run out of ideas really rapidly on the T side, especially if you feel like they're not letting you just play the mid round and the late round, and they're kind of limiting you to adapting to their playstyle or just going for a set round off of spawn. This is not what you want. You don't want the CTs to feel like they can just go for plays like that. Jesus. He's actually won that.
Always good when you win the first op duel. And that is going to instill a lot of confidence into Saracen surely moving forward. And that's exactly what 00NATION do. They continue to move forward. They march forward to 5 rounds. Big save. At least an AK and an AWP. 00NATION aren't going to go searching to try and Yeah, trying to change up the pace a little bit here. Execute into a sight. Flashes are good, but Susp is just better. 2 quick kills, and now tabseN Process and Man2, they have to band together to try and get a bomb plant down, something that they haven't managed in quite a few rounds. But if they can hold on to it, that would be even better. Need to play just a little bit aggressive. Everybody's upgraded now onto rifles, and Process puts hits to good use. Man2 connects onto a shot. A wayward one from syrsoN leaves JDC now left with it all to do. And who would have thought that on a round like this, Big look like they might just be able to take it. Man2 creeping in close, and all of a sudden it might just be all for nothing, especially with this. Look at this, double fade the smoke. Man2 wayward with that one, and Bird from Sky wants to get a little bit more maybe, but decides not to be reckless with his endeavors. However, Process, excuse me, takes matters into his own hands. That's a lovely double. Nico might just get into a great position here. tabseN caught with a knife out. No refrag there just yet. Oh, but Man2 sees a side, and it's actually gonna be Process to find that kill. A little bit awkward. Man2, surely his confidence has been shaken a little bit by missing that one. Process, he's already got 3, just needs to add 2 more in order to get Big their second.
Yeah, it has to be the ace clutch for Process, one of the academy players joining in the main team, and he's gonna get aggressive. He's gonna try and fade the CT smoke, realizes no one's coming in from here, manages to get the first one. Here's the second. Now he knows where Bird from Sky is coming from. He just needs to find out one final kill, but Bird from Sky denies him. It's not going to be the ace clutch for Process. It's 00NATION getting number 6 on the board.
Bird from Sky just trying to scavenge what he can, thinking maybe where is the op. Just having early on once again, 00NATION, they find the double entry, but Process having impact out towards middle, really keeping Big at least competitive in these last few rounds. He will find a headshot.
Yeah, Process has been really good at realizing when he needs to activate towards middle and try and equalize things, but you're not going to be able to rely on him to think that they're doing well. They should be happy about it.
They should be happy. They should be happy, of course. Painter in our second game of the day. It'll be exciting to see those guys in action once again. It's a good flash out towards middle. Bird from Sky trying to get aggressive, and Big needed something like that. They needed to be able to find the entry, not just be opened up by that cave position, which 00NATION have had a lot of success with.
Not a perfect smoke.
No, JDC is going to work with this, isn't he? tabseN, he's dead, surely. He's not going to be expecting this at all, and that's such an easy kill for JDC to find. He wants a little bit more. JDC, he will get 4. Oh my. He floors Big out towards middle, and Crimbo now, with only a deagle in hand, surely he's going to be thinking, this is not the start that we would have wanted whatsoever. And I think it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets any better for Big.
John De Castro, behave. That was so filthy. I'm not gonna lie, that was great. What a godlike sequence from JDC. And he was not supposed to get all 3, by the way. He had 2 more teammates behind him to support. He was the one to get the first kill. He had a gap because of the awkward smoke there towards red room from Big, but he was supposed to just get 1 and then peek and get refused that ADP. Because at one point it felt like maybe 00NATION could have had the chance to actually close out Ancient too quickly for him to be able to get his hands on it in the second half.
So maybe there's hope. JDC wants to go for a little bit of a walk towards middle. Oh, tabseN is very wayward there. JDC wants a little bit more, and he gets a lot of information for his team. Oh, Crimbo with his back turn, Bird from Sky. That was a good opportunity, but he needed to be very, very quick to get anything done there. So instead, he will call for the rotation, or rather the push of his teammate. Susp to get down and take the control. Crimbo, he does get out of harm's way for the moment. 00NATION now realizing what they do have, or what they don't have, are too many bodies to defend here towards A. It is just Nico, and he's nearly dealt with, but retreats through that smoke to stay alive. However, the site belongs to Big.
It does. syrsoN tries to get ahead of the Molotov. That's an optimistic play, but it was something that he needed to try and go for. And Crimbo's on the flank as well. This should be fairly unwinnable for the CTs. No defuse, get 3 pistols in the mix. Roast is actually going to go look, and that's going to give a bit of a chance to her from Sky, and it's one that he takes and makes work, but the AVP of Mantu is being really solid. For the double kill, a 1 versus 3, that's probably not going to happen for Nico, so Big, after a really troublesome start of the first half, we're going to be able to salvage it. It's a triple for Mantu, and Big get 4 on their T side. They're not making any noise. Now, the spam is going to come through. The bomb should get planted fairly easily, but there is a kit and a smoke for Sin in that retake.
It's a very interesting pistol. They smoke, they do the full execute, and then they just contact in. And, well, when they're trying to get into their post plants, just to spam through the smokes is enough to claim not 1, but 2 quick kills. Big. Now waiting for maybe Tabson just to come in and gather some information towards Cave. Nico doesn't know which way to look, but he needs to be ready for the flank here, and he's got his back turned. Sin is just going to get on. Spam is not going to be perfect from Searson, and that round is as good as done.
They've sent 2 people towards middle, but look at the reaction from 00Nation. They're sending it out A, but the AVP resides here in Mantu. He's good for the 1. Needs more than this.
He's going to be mollied off here, double mollied off, flashed off. They're not going to commit into the site. They've already lost a man, and Searson is going to try and use the time and gamble that Big have made a very fast rotation on over. And, well, he's got the perfect timing right now. Already out. Has he been spotted? Not just yet, but Crimbo is going to strike now from Donut, and he'll even claim a double. That's absolutely huge for Big's chances in this game. If they didn't win this gun round, it would have been curtains for sure. But still, even with just Susp and Bird from Sky in this position, you don't want to count them out. Now it gets a lot easier to do that.
Yeah, great denial. And you see the logic behind it. This is just really good awareness from Big, right? You're kind of like, you're nailing 2 birds with 1 stone right there, because 00Nation have been abusing that mid walk so much. You send 2 people towards middle. You want to be a little bit more focused. You want to have the util and the manpower to deny that. And the only way to make sure that you do that, and you cover the bases, and by the bases I mean the A rush, because a lot of teams will do that, right? You just condition the CTs to be wary of middle, and then you'd send it out A and find the gap and make them retake, right? This is a pretty standard thing to go for, so you see why 00Nation are calling the round. But the only way to do that, or to counter that on the CT side, is to just give Mantu an AVP and post him in tempo. And
really Big and have any say whatsoever. Tabson's the closest player. He's in towards Donut, but
Big
JDC,
fight.
he's already found the entry. The smokes are down, the mollies are down, and Big might just have to call this round a day.
And he's going to try and get something. If something doesn't work out once, try it twice. They're not going to have the balls to send the Oper all alone again towards the A-bomb side. Surely he's going to try and move around. Surely you expect 00Nation to try something different. And Big, they want to go for the retake. This is a big risk. They have some money left in the bank, but they have an AVP on the retake, and it's going to be such a late one. And look at the util coming in from the T side. Process is all alone. They're going to try and set him up with the flashes, but Bird from Sky is ready. At this point, you have to call it off. Time is running low. Even with the kills going left, right, and center, there's not enough time for the defuse. And Mantu and Grimble, they're just collecting a couple lives on their way back, but this is going to be a 0-0. A lot of nades around the map. Middle not really being contested by Big so far, but we might see a bit of a contact play towards the B-bomb side. Then first line of contact flashes. Great! Pearson decides to ignore him for now, and Sun's gonna take care of him. A double for Sus, but Tabson's quick enough on the rotation, but the bomb's actually making its way back towards the A-bomb side. Crimbo's still towards Donut. He should be hearing that. Surely he's heard the steps, but they could just fake it. And they've been able to do so. Crimbo's heard the steps. He's called Mantu back towards CT, so right now 00Nation realizing they have 45 seconds to work with. They've made some steps towards the stairs that could have been heard by a potential Donut player. So they're going to try and slow it down. Maybe send a couple people towards middle, but look at Big. They're so disjointed. If JDC wins the fight towards Donut onto Crimbo, this could be massive. They're just trying to bait out the reaction right now, create an opening for the players towards middle to play with. The Mac-10 doing his best, but I'm not sure if that's going to make Crimbo just take his eyes off of middle, even with that smoke. For Mantu, let's see. Oh, Crimbo's actually turned around. That's worked out really nicely. Mantu gets the kill through the smoke. Crimbo now can focus on his back. There's one, there's two. They weren't ready for Crimbo, and he collects ball. Taking a lot of space towards the B-bomb side, by the way, and he's on his lonesome, but they might actually use that to their advantage. He's gotten really deep into enemy territory, but Sin manages to get the kill, and that's going to make 00Nation start thinking about it a little bit more. Now you need to explore other options as well.
still chances for 00Nation here. Especially if they can get in towards B, if they can get Searson posted up. This is still a worrying round for Big to really deal with, and you can see how passive they're being. Look, they're almost inviting 00Nation to take the site.
Yeah.
They're happy enough with the numbers game that they're going to be able to retake it. They're confident in their ability that they're going to be able to fend off this attack should it come in, and it's going to come in. You just need to be patient. Molly down, flash down. As now they look for anything at all. Nico takes a whole lot more damage over towards the ramp. Perfect Sky just taking his time. There's no smokes here, so you just need to go out and try and take the fights. But look at the bomb has fallen. Nico does well to collect at least one, but you need a whole lot more than that.
Smoke towards red. JDC, he's heard the spam on the other side. They have taken the space. Tapson posted on the angle. It's going to be a bit of a high-low, and Tapson decides to actually take the fight. Goes down to it. JDC with a good opening kill. Now, the utility is still being a massive problem, though. They just have one smoke and two flashes left on the T side, but at least they've been able to get a bomb plant. Or an opening kill, pardon. And a bomb plant might actually happen here. Big, once again, just pulling their numbers away from the bomb site itself, and that's going to allow Susp to walk closer. Here comes the smoke. This time they can probably cross towards the back of the site. They just need to deal with processing. They've been able to deal with both him and Mantu Sin. Once again, tries to be a hero, but Nico denies. It's just Crimbo left. A 1 versus 4. First one is his, but not quite the second. 3 survive, and 00Nation
Thing committed off it. As, again, we see 00Nation on the T side. They want to go for these contacts. They want to see what they can find, but they find Process with Julie's on the other side of that. Nico is going to be able to drop him and take him down. Caused enough of a distraction to at least let Searson explore towards outside. Here comes the play towards ramp. Crimbo will not get anything done with his dual pistols. And now, 00Nation, they look to activate all across the map, and it's just ever so dangerous right now for Big, because they have no idea what's going on, because 00Nation are being so silent. They're only getting snippets of information, and they keep hemorrhaging players. Big problems here as Tabson under pressure. Bird from Sky taken down as he at least tries to jump at him, but it's a nice shot from JDC that leaves Mantu alone to try and clutch up in this 1v3 situation.
Yeah, it's a great start on the T side. I mean, Nico with a double kill, JDC and Searson with 1 apiece, and Matthew's just not on the right bomb side whatsoever. It's a really quick pistol round. It's what you want from a pistol round here after picking up the first map. Now, obviously, it wasn't as a clean cut as maybe 00Nation would have wanted it to be, considering how dominant that started on Ancient. There was a bit of a big comeback attempt. And I feel like this is the thing that could make us believe that Big could actually turn this one around. But still, you got to look at the absolutes. You got to look at the facts. And the facts are that they were able to pick up
those conversion rounds, excuse me. And if you're able to pick up the first gun round, happy days as well. But easier said than done. Tabston able to collect JDC as to drop in towards main. It's going to happen. And Mantu drops the bomb. Really great shot from the Big Opper as 00Nation. This one hasn't really gone to plan. Searson might try and catch timing if he can, and it's perfect. Yeah, he hears the steps. His Process drops on down. Bird from Sky knows that Mantu is in deep towards garage, but he is slightly concerned about Sin's whereabouts. So he's just going to sit here patiently and let Searson work.
The only problem right now is the fact that the bomb is dropped, right? If they had the bomb, maybe the CTs have a reason to overstep the mark a little bit and create an opening for Bird from Sky. He's going to wait for Searson, who's got a smoke, to join in. He's got a smoke. He's got a flash. There goes the smoke. I'm not sure if that actually nailed it. Yeah, I'm not sure the smoke was there, landed there by design, but Bird from Sky is still able to get away with that kill. Sin now is going to come in with the refrag. 30 seconds. Bird from Sky has the confirmation on the second player as well, and now he's spotted the third. Bird from Sky gets another. It's a 1v1. They're just holding. They're hoping that this round eventually becomes really uncomfortable for Big, but on 40 seconds, Big haven't given them anything, so eventually 00Nation will have to get a move on.
And eventually the first kill will be found. Tabson Strikes off
30
the bird from
seconds.
Sky. Yeah, it's just not enough time right now. Seriously, and he hears Tabson rotate down secret. Now he knows there's massive timing here for him to abuse if he can get away with it here. Mantu, he is going to be collected by the Opper, but the Op up close against the SMG is going to prove no match for Sin's sheer amount of bullets as JDC hears the steps, but he's not going to be able to find Pros. Just drops onto the site and he just gets overpowered up close.
So that's going to be calmed in. Process is already down towards the B bomb side. It's a bit of a default, even though they've been able to send 2 players down secret. Mantu's gonna get aggressive towards Squeaky. Manages to get JDC. It's a nice opening kill, and Mantu's actually looking for more here.
He wants a little bit more here, and just singular kill. Thompson is going to be able to use his AUG to not only claim 1 but a second as well, and this round is as good as over. 00Nation, they had to wait a little bit to get back onto the buy, but they could do absolutely nothing with it, and Seriously may as well kiss goodbye to that AWP because Mantu has his sights locked. Oh.
Yeah. He's not missed stats-wise a little bit, but he still is an incredibly skilled individual player, and especially on a map like Duke where he gets to roam around main and play around with the AVP of Mantu. He could be dangerous. Speaking of Mantu, another opening kill. Susp is out of the equation. They know that he's still towards the back of red, but Bird from Sky gives him another shoulder, and Mantu's gonna take it. It's a double kill here, and Searson can't really pick up the fight. Mantu's gonna try and get out of there, and Searson shuts him down. Is he ready for Tapson? Thinking about it, spotted him. Wasn't ready enough though. Tapson gets the kill. Crimbo 1 for 1, but it's a JDC 1 versus 3 on the cards. He's got the bomb on his back, and he's got an empty B bomb side, from what I see. Oh, empty. Might not be the right definition.
No, because Tabson's here. Door swings open, and to that HG that it doesn't manage to take him down. 00Nation, they're going to go on the approach towards the ramp. Tabson needs to be cautious. There's the flash. It actually pops right in the face of Nico. It's perfect for 1 and sets up the bait perfectly for Crimbo now to strike. And it's looking like it's going to be curtains on this first half in favour of Big. Looking like it will be a 9-3 unless Bird from Sky can have his save.
They're strong end on map number 1, and what we've seen so far, New Big mentally might be even the favorites going into that decider, but Searson hasn't said his final word.
Long range, the USP is definitely going to be favoured against the Glocks, but not when it's 2 versus 1. And to make sure of that one at least. Susp sees a lot of players, but he's looking to at least try and find a kill. Crimbo now completely alone in towards the lobby as he realizing he's in a world of trouble, especially if the CTs decide to push him, but Crimbo's still standing very strong indeed, and that's 3 kills with the pistol, and Big continue their form. It's a must win for 00Nation should they want to keep their hopes of a 2-0 alive, and Searson starts it off well as the split in towards main does come in. Tabson will get past the line of fire from the CTs, but decides to double back and test fate and tempt fate. So he ends up getting cut down and cut apart. It's hightailing it down towards the ramp here for Crimbo, and he will be able to get down safely towards B. Nobody has this avenue covered, so Big will get a post plant out of this, and the round not done.
Yeah, 00Nation now are going to confirm the information. Now they've heard everything that's happening. Question is, do you really want to drop down the vent? Crimbo's already up close. Catches the second one. Does he realize one was already out? Maybe he did, but he wasn't ready for JDC coming in from secret, and it has to be Mantu in the 1 versus 3 clutch. JDC's low on HP. Bomb's actually planted for Mantu, and they have no smoke for it, so he will be able to pick up the fights here. He's still waiting as of now. No kit on the CT side. They need to hope for the 10-second stick, and now they're holding it. Mantu needs to go for the peak. If he gets that kill, round is over. Great flick to shut down JDC, but Searson gives him enough time to get posted on the angle. The chances and the ambitions 00Nation for a comeback. But it hasn't looked bad. Well, they are going to be able to take care of Searson towards the ram. JDC spotted. Decides he doesn't really want to fight.
Yeah, Searson going down there could be a little bit of an issue. You can see Bird from Sky, he's already cleared all of outside, so the CTs, they know that they've given up ramp here, but It's a nice reaction here from 00Nation because they're going to be able to take a lot of control in towards deep lobby here. Even if it's just Bird from Sky on his own, he's in a position that nobody's expecting him to be in right now. So Big are going to walk back, and Bird from Sky, I wouldn't be too surprised if we see him claim 2 kills here, but the timing needs to work out for him. Instead, he's let them go past. Nobody is going to walk through door, and this hut walk is absolutely perfect because they've threaded the needle completely, but still that danger lurks behind them, and Bird from Sky eventually is going to strike. It's a nice kill found, but this bomb planted, Big can work with it. Maybe a man down, but Crimbo up close with the pistol, trying to get more than just one. Bird from Sky has done more than enough, and now Sin left in a 1 versus 4. JDC decides to just get on the bomb and stick it, and Sin decides it is not worth my time.
Oh, and he does. You just wanted to bait out the shot, and he does bait out the shot, but it's one that connects. Good opener on the T side. Now would be the right moment to finally get around here. Deep diagonal smokes. Gonna try and walk towards garage, but no one from the CT side there to contest. It's just Nico spamming from main, but Matsu just shoots him between the eyes through the smoke with the AVP.
Through the wall as well. He banged him through.
Wow.
He banged him through the garage door there, I think. That's insane from Man 2. This is a 12th round for Big for sure. I mean, what can you do if you're 00Nation? Man 2 gets that kill early on. The way that that second kill goes, I really want to see a replay after that one. But now, with 40 seconds left, and Big are just stationary towards outside. They're just ready and waiting now to make their move, but the issue is Susp might be able to watch the cross here. The op needs to be ready to try and take it down. Process though has missed it now. At least it's been a little bit of space, but Susp claims 2 more. They have a chance in this round for sure, but Susp completely alone towards the upper extremities, flashes down onto the side. Tabson's trying to cover for Sin. They're so terrified that there's somebody in hut, and JDC, he's up to find 1 but not the second. 4 seconds, not enough time. They missed it completely.
Be the best one, obviously, even though there is an AP in the hands of Skirson. Max 7 for Nico, MP9 for JDC. A couple of rifles. And a chance for a third. A prime opportunity. And JDC, he's going to be the one to be tested. He's been spectacular so far throughout the series, but only an MP9 and a lot of rifles on the other side of the smoke.
Oh, but look at this. Mowed down JDC up close with the SMG. The op of Searson does its job, but Man2 is going to take him down and try and get Big on his shoulders to carry them through this round and carry them through a 3rd and final map. The plant very much needed here, but he's got off the bomb by that spray, and it's just allowed enough time for Nico to move into position to confirm that 8th round from 00Nation towards the A site though as well. Any damage is going to be good damage here. Bird from Sky is even going to come away with a kill. That's going to slow them down even further and allow Searson to get into position up in the back line. And well, only good for 1. Maybe would have preferred a rifle in that situation, but still, they have all the info in the world. They know what they were getting set up for, and maybe Big have to go again. But are you in a million years expecting Bird from Sky now to walk behind you and get into this position? Well, Mantu's looking for it.
You're not clearing that angle out, surely.
He is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so smart. He's so smart. Yeah, he is really smart. He was expecting that. Bird from Sky doesn't believe it. And Bird from Sky played it really nicely as well. He realized there is a good chance that they fall back to clear out outside, and he's holding a really tough angle to clear out, but Mansu still gets the kill. Big, surely you don't close it out in a round like that. Surely you don't close it out with the play that Searson had in store for you. Crimbo start making his way towards how JDC is aware of the possibility, and it's all about the timing. Do they really want to risk going up the ladder? Crimbo will. JDC, is he looking the right place? Yeah, now he's seen him. He goes for the peek, gets the first one, spots the second one with the bomb. That's all the information in the world.
Yeah, round done. 7 seconds. Don't have enough time. You're not even going to get near a bomb site with this one. And Tabson needs to hope that he doesn't go down after time. He's been hit for a lot of bullets. JDC is going to continue to go for a peek, and that kill is absolutely massive. Tabson still plenty of utility here. They still get lined up, and nothing towards the hut, so it should come in in a matter of moments. How about that for a HG? Susp is going to at least slow them down for the moment, and he slows them down with a few bullets as well, but 2 kills to the good. Big are going to be happy enough about this because they've got site control, and there's nothing 00Nation can do about it as of right now. They're locked out. Big just need to find the finishing touches. JDC, the first man in, and well, that fight, even with the dink, Mantu still comes out on top. The power of the AK process ready and waiting to receive Searson from heaven, but it's a great shot. But
soon enough, they will figure it out. They've been aggressive towards CT. They have all the pieces in the right places, but the kills are going in favor of 00Nation. They gotta be really quick with this one, though. There's no kid on the CT side, and time is gonna be a massive factor. Even with the kills going their way, the pistol round's gonna go in favor of Big. They get every single kill, but there's just not enough time. It's a triple for Sin, and it's good enough.
It should go down, so Searson pretty much is on his own here. Look for the perfect timing to peek out, but Mantu, that's a perfect reaction. Just to make sure that he is dealt with.
JDC still wandering around. Quite important to have your A rifle. The most mid-centric person out of everybody. The rifler that gets involved into the most action. Start off nicely, but so far he hasn't really been given a chance. And Big have just slowed it down massively with the opening kill. Molotov towards connector, gonna make sure JDC and Burfrom Sky can't say anything about it. Then the A play is coming in. They've actually decided to reroute and send the majority of their team in towards the stairs or in towards Banana and the toilets. That's gonna bait out JDC. Crimbo loses his life, and now time is becoming an issue, and JDC is just tearing them apart from behind.
They're so uncomfortable right now. They can't go back, and sure can't go forward, not without a fight at least, but they win every single one. Just when you think their backs were against the wall, all of a sudden they produce some brilliance and dominate every aim duel. And JDC thought he'd done enough with those 2 kills, but alas, he's wrong. The retreat and a sour taste for sure in his mouth.
Yeah, that's really disappointing. What a recovery from Big. I mean, this round had to go in favor of 00Nation, man. JDC just does so much. It looked like Big dropped the ball there. Big time, by the way. They had the right call. They molly off towards connector. They had so many people towards long, and then they decide to send more numbers towards Lloyd and A, try and stay alive. If he picks up 1 kill and buys enough time for rotation, this would be massive. And Burfrom Sky's already made the right read because of the push towards Monster. 00Nation have all the right pieces. They just need to land the shots right now.
Yeah, Burfrom Sky would love to get his hands on that rifle if he can, but he's just going to have to try and delay with his deagle only. The flash goes high in the sky, but process is already way too close. And the rifles and the pistols on A get completely overwhelmed. And Big have a bomb plant. Surely a 4th round out of this one. Susp would be fortunate to grab that M4 and get out of there. There is an avenue, an escape route that he can use. So far, all my questions about this Big T side have been put to bed quite convincingly.
Yeah, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that 00Nation are yet to find themselves in a comfortable financial situation, right? I mean, we haven't seen too much AWP action from Searson, not any. And that just enables you to go for those contact plays, even if you lose the early opening.
It's short, where Nico and Susp, they have quite a strong crossfire. Actually, Mantu and Process, they are going to go back down connected. The issue is Sin's got the bomb, and he's going to walk right into Susp line of fire. Crimbo, that's a massive frag. They look to get back into this round, and interestingly, you see Sus backing away here. He's given up the bomb, he's given up that control, and decides his life is worth it. He does have util that he can dump as well. He knows that Big are going to be forced into the B play here. The rotations need to be very fast. JDC is going to try and get down here surely, but there's not a lot of util on these B players to try and deny. They'll drop flashes, but Process is going to sprint on through. He finds the headshot on one. Sus needs to go absolutely huge here, and he might have done so. The double kill is fine. The bomb needs to be collected, but it's not going to be, and surviving is just enough for Searson, as Mantu cannot get it done.
They've made it work somehow. 00Nation.
So many players on the other side. He doesn't know, but he could have been punished massively there. But instead, he comes away with a kill. Change up of approach was nice. JDC is going to walk over on top of someone's head. Surely he's been hurt. Drop behind. No, he hasn't. JDC in the back line. He cuts down 2. And now, hearing the spam through the smoke, he's looking towards the site, hoping that nobody else has crept in front of him, or behind him rather in this scenario. And doesn't matter. Crimbo, he finds the perfect timing through toilets to give Big maybe a sign of life.
Finally, and they can slow it down, by the way. They have 35 seconds. They're going back towards the B bomb site. 00Nation have rotated everyone back A. They were so afraid. Bird from Sky was the first rotation. He had only an MP9. They have a clean B bomb site to work with, and Mantu can just hold the line. They can get the bomb down. Mantu can just hold the angle. Question is, do they believe that water is going to be clear? First up on the bomb to make sure that there's not going to be any peaks coming up. Mantu's got that kill. Surely that's going to be a freebie. Crimbo.
I mean, Mac 10 bot here. This is just going to be a fast call. It's going to be straight out B. Crimbo, the first man in. It's a perfect flashbang. Nico is already dead, but Sus, he's been so good in these anchor rolls, so good for these multi-kills. He's already got 2 and he's looking for a little bit more. Bird from Sky does fall around it, but the rotations, they're so quick and fast. And Big, they just have no control of this bomb site. And JDC and Sus, they are firing from different angles that Big just cannot deal with. But Mantu needs to be the man to step up. Op in hand, already collects his soul. Knows JDC is close. He sees where the nades of Syrison is going.
Oh, he can push CT. That's genius, by the way. He can isolate 1v1. Syrison's missed the timing completely. JDC's not peeking either. He's crossed. This is so big. Now they've heard the steps. He knows where 1 is. Surely he knows that the upper was towards heaven as well, right? Oh, he's gonna be able to cross. This was really dangerous there. Syrison manages to run him down with the ESP.
We've got a little bit of a fight about to happen, but the shots take the distraction away for the moment. Prosa turns around at least to get a refrag, and Big down to just 2 as 00Nation, they look to try and build off their rounds.
Look at the bomb.
Yeah, the bomb. It's going to be discovered here by Syrison. He's going to have it. He's just going to sit on top of it. Like a mother hen guarding an egg. Surely, Syrison is going to not let this bomb get into Crimbo's hands easily. But surely Crimbo knows that this is a possibility. He is going to clear the angle still, but the op just so powerful in that position. Peak not favourable for Crimbo. Mantu, once again, finds himself in the clutching role.
Yeah, but this one's even tougher. And look at what Syrison does. Now, this is so smart from him. He's found the first kill. He's just going to let them have the bomb. Just let him waste all the time in the world to clear out all those angles and then discover that they are towards the back of the sides. Mantu just needs to sprint. I feel like at this point he's realized what's going on. So now it's all about just getting as close as possible to the bomb side. Actually deciding whether he wants to go for this. There's 15 seconds. I'd respect him if he holds on to the AVP, and that's the decision he makes. It's just not worth it. There's no way they let you just run onto the bomb side and plant. And even if you're able to cross by some miracle, Bird from Sky is just gonna run you down, or Syrison does the same, even if you get the kill.
Syrison is a dead man. He's just gonna be pinched in towards Con. Doesn't happen. JDC does at least find a kill, and now the pinch might come into action. Syrison looking for a double, but he's not going to be able to find it. And Mantu and Sin are just going to sprint up towards this A site. Bird from Sky, he's not going to be there in time to deny this. And I don't think he wants to be there in time. I think he wants to play this with his teammate. They've got plenty of utility. Big, they want to play up close. Mantu wants to play up close. He's going to walk in with the op, and this could be a big problem. Bird from Sky is just so patient, and the op was never winning that fight, not with that angle. And it just leaves Sin in such a horrible situation, because all 00Nation need to do is go out, smoke in front of the bomb, and stick that defuse, and pray that Sin's bullets do not hit you through the smoke. Bird from Sky, he is just going to get on it right now. Sus now spamming on through, and double smoke for good measure. Sin finds that kill.
That would have been a clutch to remember. Now, it could be a leveled score, and that was a 6-1 lead for Big. I know I said 6 rounds T-side overpass is still good enough, but that's a great recovery for 00Nation, especially with the first 2 openers. Bird from Sky's position, not taken into account. Sin has just run by him with his knife in his hand, and it's just processed a 1 versus 5. That's never going to happen. That's going to be 6 on the board for 00Nation. A good recovery showing us that we haven't seen all that they have to offer in this series.
process, I only imagine that he will just make his stats look a little bit better if he finds a few kills. I don't think it's going to change the fact that we're going to be level going into the second half, and I don't even think he will get this kill. Struggling to get down the ladder, and Susp was waiting for him. It is only a matter of time before this first half reaches its conclusion. JDC will be the man to see it over the line.
That buy, he's gonna have the big green, and it's a really standard call here for 00Nation, something that Big did quite a lot of on their T side. You know, there's no ult on the other side. You just contact up. Mansu should be a dead man. I say that. Okay. Hello.
Rings Bird from Sky's belt, no problem, and he's even going to do some damage to JDC. If he's able to hit the shot onto Nico, it would be absolutely huge, but that was a little bit too much to ask for. But still, he's given his side plenty of opportunity to maybe steal this round away, and the sheer amount of utility being dumped on the site would alert you to the fact that 00Nation, they don't feel comfortable, because here comes the retake, and Susp, he gets the bomb down, but he's lost all his mates in the process. Galil in hand. Smoke onto the bomb, rifles being picked up, and surely Susp will not be able to fire through this smoke and clutch up this round. But the problem for Big is it's a 10-second defuse, and Susp knows this. He knows that there's probably no kit in here, spams, hoping to connect, posters up, he misses too many shots, and the defuse will be pulled off in the end. Big, they snatched that one from under the nose.
An awful off angle. You're just not expecting him to be standing there. JDC caught with his pants down, and that was one of the rifles for the T side. Tapson finally gets punished for overstaying his welcome. Mance is gonna get some assistance still. Wants to open up that gap. Doesn't want to give him another rifle.
Now 00Nation, they go forward, right, and they have to do it without their quote-unquote star man. JDC is so vital to the success of 00Nation so far in this event. And he's trying his best. But now surely somebody has to take the reins to try and make sure that the money isn't going to be harshly reset moving forward. You're not going to give that 9-7 lead to Big.
Sin has a Molotov still.
If he just drops that there, it actually goes behind. It's a little bit too deep, and the flash is perfect. Searson is going to come on through, and that's the double maybe that 00Nation needed. HE a little bit early, but it still does a lot of damage to Bird from Sky. It doesn't land perfectly flush, but it'll have to do. Mansu, great shot onto Searson, and now work to be done for the T's to hold on to the site. As once again, Bird from Sky, he's going to be spammed through that smoke, and there's nothing he can do about it. Nico left completely to his own devices. No kit in play for the CTs either. They need to go. They need to go quickly. They need to find him out. They'll have their suspicions of where he is, but they just quite can't be sure. Mantu, gonna pick up that kit now and try and get to work. Try and get on this defuse. Crimbo, he has to hold the line, but Nico shuts him down. Mantu's sticking it. Nico, he bounces off the wall, and there's just enough time for Mantu to snatch it away. And even, like, look how light the utility is right now. I mean, what, minute 15 seconds and you've got 3 flashes and a smoke. That's not going to be enough to fend off an attack, a pop onto a bomb site, but that's going to help for sure. A 1-for-1 will help proceedings, although Mantu doesn't want to overstay his welcome out towards long. 00Nation, they didn't throw a flash there, they actually just contacted out, so still no early warning signs for the likes of Big. And Tabson wants to get a whole lot closer here, might get into the corner just in time, and actually is playing a little bit of an off angle here. Here comes the swing. Tabson with 2, and Searson needed to refrag it and does, but surely Tabson has done enough, especially with Mantu collecting a soul from back dice. Susp making his way up. He's been spotted on the jump. Surely caught on the hop now by Crimbo, but no, dinked up. It's not going to be enough to take him down. Just tries to run at the opera, but it's the USP. I can't tell you how many times I've covered a game where in a round like this and he shouldn't win it, all of a sudden his team ends up doing something immaculate, but it's not started off great. Searson trapped now. Back turn. Prowess taking a big risk. Turning away from the enemy. And Searson puts him in the dirt. Now it's Sin. Drops the smoke. Nico already through the pipe. The spam is going to be good enough to at least collect one. And a lot of damage to Bird from Sky. But not enough to stop the push into B. Crimbo is rotated down at least. Cowering in the water. Flashes rain on over. JDC will collect at least one more. Everybody's so low. But JDC just keeps hitting the target time and time again. And Mantu, the op won't matter. If he goes forward with the pistol, it'll be a whole lot better. They line up and Mantu shuts them down. A gift given to
Base from the Panthers from a couple years ago are dominating the server today.
Oh, Mantu.
Oh, unfortunate.
It's a big risk going in there. I was wondering why he was so aggressive with the op. Look at that from Crimbo though. Oh no, surely not.
JDC doesn't want to give him the fight. I mean, you can tell he just wants to support his teammates. Tapson's rotated already. P250 close range. The flash is perfect. Tapson wayward with the shot, manages to recover for the second though. Bomb's gonna go down. Gets planted, but they've recovered so many rifles. Crimbo's found himself an AK-47. Needs to start going over towards the A bomb site though. He's still looking for another person, but they're not showing up. There's no kit for the CT, so even though they're in a good position, they need to get a move on if they want to have a chance in this. Question is, if Crimbo takes his time even more, are you ready for him to be that late?
I mean, Bird from Sky is looking for it, and he is going to spot it, but he can do nothing about it. And JDC, he's been the star of the show for 00Nation, needs to come up with it for here. Surely he is going to be able to stop this. Oh, it's a bit messy. He knows where the opera is, and that's it. It's done. John De Castro, he's able to hang on. He's able to save 00Nation. And it just means that if 00Nation continue to build, they can get this done.
Gonna need a little bit more. I guess Crimbo's in a good position to do something quite nice. He hasn't seen anything. Did they realize that it's just a B walk though? And the answer is no. So catches Sin with his pants down. Crimbo's in a good position to shut down JDC though, and catches a K. Has he missed the timing? Just slightly. That's unlucky.
He's going to be so fast behind him though. JDC, he is going to be holding it, but then again, it just does come down to a timing, and in the end, it is just slightly unfortunate that Crimbo was not able to act on it. This is going to be 10 for 00Nation, and although big, they have a buyback in this next round, surely this is where the nerves begin to hit you just that little bit. This should have been yours. You should have been able to maybe close it out. Process thinking about getting a whole lot closer. I mean, he's dead anyway. Trying to maybe take a weapon away if he can. And the pistols might be able to do a little bit of damage here. It's not going to matter all that much. I mean, it's going to be a true little jiggle in there. Expecting the Opper maybe to be in that spot. Not expecting the AUG. And Searson had no idea that his ex-teammate was going to be ready and waiting for him behind a tree. And it might be 3 for Tapson if he's able to drop Bird from Sky, which he is, as Nico goes out to try and do what his teammates couldn't, and that's trade them out, and eventually Tapson will fall. But he's done the damage. The knife firmly placed in the back of 00Nation.
He's seen him. That's a big find for Nico. Mantus just jiggled, didn't realize he got spotted. Might be a way back into round, but with only 20 seconds, they need to get a move on. They need to make up their minds to sprint back towards the B-bomb side. That's been heard. That's been communicated. 15 seconds. Grimbo's just taking the attention away. Surely you're not going to be ready for process, and even if you were, Grimbo wins the fight regardless. That has to be a save for the AVP. No bomb plan for 00Nation, and process might even make sure that Nico goes down as well. This is complete disaster for 00Nation. Really good shot so far.
There's another one. Mantu shuts down the first and the second. JDC will not get past Divider. And Mantu, he wants to get aggressive. He wants a little bit more. He sees the shadow and he sees Nico. Knocks him down as well. Mantu is on fire as Searson burns up. And big advance to round 3 of the online.